was like physics or something. But essentially, all we did with MATLAB in our in the lab was we used it in our data processing pipelines, pretty much to collect a massive amount of neural data that we would get every experiment, and we used it to help us with clustering the data, and then our postdocs would use it to just pretty much we use it for a lot of different things, but pretty much it was just a way to get the data that we needed from our experiments and analyze it in a timely manner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't really touch MATLAB a whole lot. It was pretty simple for me. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. And so, what can you recall the name of the course?
I don't remember. I can look it up on my. I think I could look it up on my transcript, but let's see if I still have it. See if I can still.
Because I thought that if you could identify some of the courses that were somewhat associated to data science, like if this MATLAB course was one, and any other course that involved some analytics side of things, then we could probably highlight them in the coursework.
Yeah, I think this was the only class that really had anything to do with that. Let me try to get into this. Oh, it was called, the course was called Neurophysics, the Brain-Mind Problem.
Okay. Okay, so then I think the name doesn't really indicate that what sort of tool you were using in that course.
No, yeah, it was just it was pretty much a course teaching us how to use MATLAB in a lab setting, but the name wouldn't really imply that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, perfect. And so, so anything else from your certification that you would like to highlight? Any project or any other thing that you think could be worth mentioning?
Let me see if I have. I don't think so. I think that pretty much hits all the major ones that I had.
Okay, perfect.
Oh.
And so then, if you come to your resume, so you were the undergraduate research assistant. So can you tell me something more about that experience of yours? Like, what did that research assistant involved, and how much data analysis was a part of it?
Sure. Most of my time as a research assistant was spent doing behavioral experiments with lab animals, but so that was most of my time. I was running experiments. The time that I worked in data analysis was mostly doing clustering on the data that we had. So I was analyzing the data, our neuronal data, and trying to figure out where the neurons were in the data so we can track them over time. That was mostly manually done, but I helped my friend try to build an automated process for it.
Okay.
That was how I got interested in machine learning. He was trying to use machine learning to automate that process. I helped him a little bit, but I didn't do a whole lot of data analysis in the undergraduate research assistant role. What I did was I helped the lab mostly in behavioral stuff. Also, I built my own brain implant. That was the big thing that I did for the lab. It was as opposed to the old brain implants that we had. It was it allowed us to record a bigger amount of data as well as higher quality data, and it allowed us to how do I explain this? Usually when you implant electrodes into brains, you cannot move them after you implanted them. So if something happens to that electrode, then that's it. But my implant, you were able to individually adjust every electrode even after you implanted them. So that was good. And you also were able to pack a lot more electrodes than usual. So I was able to put 28 times 4 electrodes in, so 112. And then you were able to individually adjust every single one of them. And that was the big
That's
thing.
great.
Yeah.
And so
But
how did you
just,
build that? Like, how did you, just build that entire thing?
well, we had I think somebody made a post like on or no, somebody came out with a paper a couple of years back that outlined how to do that process. And our lab had been experimenting with that for a bit, but we had only been able to make implants that hit a specific region of the brain, and I wanted to expand the